messages while Jade's not here. I just want to let you all know that, help me. I've been trapped in this house for days. Oh my god, she's coming back. Hey, you! What a nice shirt.
Feedback error.
Feedback error is brought to you by Petrol. It's cheap now. It's no joke. Just go get some.
Factual information if you need to fill up.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like everyone collectively isn't driving as much.
I haven't been to the petrol station in like 5 weeks.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I haven't been there. I'll go there on the way home. I'll go get
just so they don't feel neglected.
Yeah, no, I'll just check in, Yeah. COVID-19, like, hey, you doing okay? Yeah. And they're like, no! No one's buying petrol. And I'm like, nah, sounds like a you problem, and then walk out. I'm unappreciated in my time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what angry male comics tell themselves, actually.
You're right.
I'm just unappreciated in my time. That's why I'm not getting booked for gigs. They don't get my meta.
That's definitely it. It's not the quality of their comedy.
No, it's not that you don't try and improve yourself. No.
It's not a general lack of being funny.
No, it's not that.
Yeah, because we all know bookers are going around thinking, man, that guy's hilarious. Yeah. I wish I could book him, but audiences aren't ready, man.
That's what bookers... Could you imagine having that mentality of sitting at home and actively not really doing anything to improve yourself, but sitting there going, someone will message me soon. They will notice me.
That's how I date. Should I work on myself? No. I'm just going to assume that a thirsty guy is going to slide into my DMs.
They're going to want all this. Even if they've never seen it before. They'll want it.
Yeah, it's my whole strategy. Just waiting.
Do you also lie on a bunch of petals in a glass tomb for a man to come and kiss you awake? It's very Disney princess of you to be like, that's my strategy. I wait.
I'd be okay with 7 coal miners.
They got jobs.
That'd still work.
They're essential.
Yeah. They're miners. That's kind of hot, I guess. One of them's a doctor for some reason. The fact that he's a doctor who works in a coal mine indicates to me that he would be very loose with his prescription pad.
I just think that miners shouldn't be hot.
Why?
Because it's illegal. You gotta know that's where I was going. As soon as you said it, I'm waiting for the pedophilia joke. And you just didn't do it. And I'm like, what's going on? Maybe she's playing the long haul. You didn't. You just kept saying.
No, I was still in Minerland. I was pretty happy over there. I'm a little upset you tore me out of there.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, miners are great. You know
Quick, name another hot profession.
Surfer?
I guess. Yeah.
They have to be hot. That's like a thing.
If you go to the airport, those ground workers are always hot.
That is really true. That actually, the amount of times I've sat in an airplane, looked out and been like, Mr. Right?
I don't know why. They're all of them conventionally hot.
This sounds weird. Do you ever look down, see a hot one and go, I hope you're here when I get back?
They're so hot, but you don't get the opportunity to run into them because they're usually out on the tarmac.
That's so, because it's such a zoo sort of experience. They're there, but you can't go out there.
This might be why they're so hot, because they're behind glass and we can't hear them talk.
You know what?
They don't have the opportunity to ruin it by speaking.
They're also far away. What if we got closer and they were just not hot, and we would never know that.
You're right, yeah.
Because they're gorillas at the zoo, you know? You don't want to get close. What if they accidentally rip your head off, you know?
I feel like if I got into a gorilla enclosure, they would accept me as one of their own.
This again is why we're not ever taking you to a zoo. I'm glad we brought this up with Geordie on the podcast, by the way, because he was gonna take you to the zoo.
Yeah, we were gonna go to the zoo.
Yeah, and now he knows not to take you.
We can still go to the aquarium, I think. Like, I'm not going to...
How do you... No.
I'm not going to jump into a tank.
Yeah, but you have expressed that big, like, sharks just might want a pat. Like, it's those sort of statements.
Have we tried it?
You're actually forbidden to do these things now.
Aww.
Whenever I think of an animal that's being kept somewhere and you... Well, kind of the same, right? Because you're being kept somewhere away from that other animal, you know.
Yeah, okay. So I'm allowed to go to the museum where they have, like, taxidermied animals?
Yeah, where they're dead.
Okay.
You know, like in Melbourne when we're walking around and that's safe animals.
There was that massive room with all the stuffed
really
animals.
Cool.
That was really cool.
I actually really enjoyed that, yeah.
How come you don't see taxidermied fish? How cool would, like, a giant taxidermy great white shark be?
Yeah, no, that would actually be real. Oh,
that would be cool. All the giant, big, scary animals.
Yeah.
Just, like, I want to be able to walk right up to them. I want to know how big I am compared to these things.
I think that's the fascination with anything to do with dinosaurs is people want to stand next to them and know how big they actually were. I freaked out when I found out because I went to Winton, which is in Australia. It's the like 00 of it's like the 00 of dinosaur bone excavation in Australia. Like it's the only place you get real dinosaur bones.
Don't they also have a raceway? When you say Winton, I hear in my head like Winton Raceway. Is that a thing?
I don't know. Are you thinking of Kingston Raceway?
Maybe.
The go-kart place?
Probably.
Actually, I don't know. Winton might have where I went.
I feel like there's a race at Winton.
I feel like if there was, I would have seen it because all in Winton is basically like, there's nothing there except, what they advertise. And when I went for a film festival and it's one of the biggest, it's a big Outback Film Festival, but they also try while you're there to get you to go do all the things.
Okay.
And what did they have? They had opal mines.
Okay.
And dinosaurs. That's it.
I thought that was going to be a bigger list.
Yeah. Ask me, how many restaurants they have.
How many restaurants are in Winton?
3. Ask me what they serve.
What do they serve?
Pub food, because they're pubs! It was actually quite, I think there was a vendor, like a hot dog and curry vendor.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they were like permanently there, just there for the festival as a different type of food.
So that doesn't count as a restaurant?
No.
Okay.
No. Also, it was never open, which was really annoying. It's just sitting there with curry signs and I can't have that curry.
There's kind of a flaw in the business. Why does this happen to you a lot? We've got that bar in Brisbane that's never open when you're there. It sees you when it shuts.
Yeah, I don't know. That's happened like a few times to me where it's just like, not today. You know how, okay, you know the Truman Show?
Yes.
It makes me think that I'm in the Truman Show, that they just haven't made that area for the actors yet. Or they haven't hired the actors. Yeah. They haven't set up that, like, set.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, they've done the prep work.
I'm going to visit it later in another episode.
Okay.
But not right now, because it's not ready.
Yeah, like, if you got inside now, it'd be like, you know, when they have the false front and then you get in and it's just
a bunch of workers.
They haven't built anything yet.
That's, in my mind, that's what's happening.
Okay.
So that's what happened. When we went to that bar, you mentioned it, but it was off script. And we walked past and they're like, oh crap, so they just made the front.
See, I've wandered into this show. They didn't hire me as an actor. They just assumed I was one because I managed to get in.
You know what the problem is? They can't tell who I'm going to befriend. And you came in just as like a person to be with Nick. I was just an extra, yeah. And then they're like, well, you're in the show now. And they've just quickly written up a role for you.
I don't think I know enough good actors to be cast on a giant Truman Show. That's the only thing that makes me think it's definitely not happening.
Oh, okay. Apart from the fact that you would know, because it's my Truman Show, not your Truman. If it was reversed, if it was your Truman Show, am I doing a good job?
Am I doing a bad job and that's why you're bringing it up? You're like, we need to get her to do something. Well, all she's done for 4 weeks is sit in her house and watch TV.
No, this isn't what this is. And that's not why I brought a camera.
There's literally a camera in here.
And not why I brought the Truman Show up seemingly out of the blue.
You've literally been recording all our interactions. And I never saw it coming.
You really That'd be great if it was just big expose. Oh.
That's why I'm being interviewed. That's why you're in your interviewer outfit.
Yeah, like this is like a anniversary episode where Jemma interviews Jayde. Jayde.
Who the hell's that?
So we call you off air.
Is that my real name?
You were picked from an orphanage, and then just over the head. Now you're
a baby who doesn't know anything, and you still felt the need to bash it a little.
I never said you were a baby. Why would you think you're a baby? You're in an orphanage.
I assume everyone in an orphanage is a baby.
Actually, yeah, most of them are. That's not inaccurate. Okay.
Do orphanages still exist? Not really, right? They're mostly
I think
foster homes.
Yeah, I think orphans exist in the sense that people don't want them.
And you can be just spiritually an orphan too, even if you live in a house with your parents.
You can have parents
if
that
they don't like
hate
you that much.
You're
still
spiritual orphan.
It still counts.
Yeah, in fact, in some ways that's worse because you can see the people who don't want you.
Oh, that's so sad. I hope no one listening has distant parents.
I hope everyone's okay. Like,
I shouldn't have brought up the orphanages. This was my mistake.
It was your mistake.
That was never going to go anywhere good.
Yeah. It's not like orphanages rhyme with orphan edges.
Are you a SoundCloud rapper? Rhyming words with the same word?
I didn't realize I said the same word until I got through it. And then I went, now they know that I just said the same thing twice. I meant to say awful.
You know what the best part is? Like, we edit this, you edit this, and I bet that still ends up in the final
It's probably
cut.
gonna look. It's so weird. Like at the time when we're speaking, I'm like, well, that's out, and then I re-watch it, and I'm like, it's in. Nah, I'm keeping it. Stupid. People can't know that I'm like a polished person because I worry when they meet me. You know, like this is what's good about us not like making it completely edited is that people know what we're like when they meet us.
Yes.
We're not putting on a facade. We're not like cleanly like, this is what you get when you meet us. Just nonsense.
We're not that good at acting.
No. Awkward silences and just laughing at nothing. That's what we are. It's not because I've been in COVID and writing material that I'm not sure is funny. It's that I'm a lady.
Yeah, let's get some of that open micer male confidence. Those
really
dudes that have been here for a month.
I really wish I had that.
I wish I had
Every
that too.
time I see it, like every time I see it happen, it's like a firework. Like it goes like there they are. It's like pew, and then they fizzle, and you see it happen on stage, and like.
Yeah, I've gotten advice on like 5 separate occasions from an open micer who I've never seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like it's their first or second time, and before the show they're giving me advice on how comedy works.
You know what's weird? I have to wait to figure out if they're an out-of-town comic or if they're just an open micer because they speak the same. Like a guy who has actual experience, who's traveling, who's touring, speaks with such confidence from actual like experience, has the same confidence as a guy who's never done it before. I just don't.
You're exactly right. It's so weird. It'd be like if a surgeon sounded exactly the same as the health and safety rep at my work who's in charge of the first aid box. They're not doing the same thing, but if you couldn't tell them apart when you spoke to them, that's the equivalent of what this is.
You call them doctor. Sorry. You're the doctor of the wall machine that does the testing, like, thing. Have you got one of them at work?
One of the, like, the
PA
fire
thing? Yeah, like the fire emergency, and there's only one person who's got, like, the key to it or something.
They told me where to get the key. I know how to get the key now.
That's against the key rules.
I know.
They're not very good. They shouldn't have that key.
I'm so excited.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna wait for an opportune moment, and then I'll know what to do.
You have that That's where your confidence is.
I
At the time of shenanigans, I will know.
I have workplace PA confidence. That's what I have.
Such a specific confidence.
Yeah.
It's such a...
Not particularly useful. Doesn't make your parents proud.
No. No, they'll never see that. It's such a shame. We should film it when you go to do... Oh, you won't know until you know.
I won't know. It'll just be in the moment. It's performative art, I guess.
You'll retell
you could
it,
say.
And it will be an amazing day.
HR will have detailed notes.
Oh, yeah, it'll all be written out from, like, 5 people's perspectives.
Yeah. We can do a full, like, documentary about it.
Yeah, and then you're like, can I have a copy of those statements? And then you frame them and put them on your wall. And then people can just, like, that would be really cool to read a day where something crazy happened and knowing it was you.
That would be cool.
That's cool. Could you imagine if 5 plaques, and as you go along, like, they just, one's a polite statement, and one's written by someone who's, like, not sure what happened, and then another person who knows exactly what happened is outraged, and the last one's you just calmly explaining the whole thing, and how premeditated it was. That would be so funny.
See, the thing is, I had the key.
You see, like an idiot, Gary gave me the key.
Yeah.
And this is where my story begins. Chapter 1. Get everyone's,
It's off to a really good start.
Yeah, no, I won't write it.
It was a good first sentence.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, Gary gave me the key. That's the perfect sentence to start off.
It's a great way to start a story. If I write a movie for you, I'm going to start it with Gary gave me the key.
Gary gave me the key.
That's where it all went wrong. And it's just going to go through your life as kind of like, we don't realize that him giving you the key to that thing has anything to do with anything. And then as the story goes on, you've actually planned this elaborate thing, and at the end it gets discovered.
It all ties together. And
then at the end, it's just you speaking to that person in HR. You see, Gary gave me the key. The end of the movie.
I want to read that movie. I want to read that script.
I'll have it on your desk by Monday.
Perfect.
Oh, wait. What day is it?
I feel like you just glitched. That was such a long pause staring off into space.
I actually don't know what day it is.
It's Saturday.
It's Saturday, yeah, okay, alright. Because I thought it was Sunday. Well, because this goes up on Sunday.
Okay.
But not this one.
Not this Sunday. No,
Sunday.
Yeah.
So on Monday, 2 days from now.
I'm glad that we've actually sort of caught up in terms of episodes, because for a while there we were putting out episodes that we recorded like 5 weeks earlier.
Yeah.
And we were talking about topical things still.
Yeah, we knew at the time that we were 5 weeks early as well. So we're like, I'm sure people will remember.
I know, people will remember this minor news incident a month from now.
This is why we avoid all like news things.
Yeah, that's why our early listenership dropped off so rapidly.
They're like, this isn't now. Could you imagine if people got mad at podcasts because they realised that they're not talking to them right
They
then?
realised it wasn't live.
They realised it wasn't the radio. Hey! This sounds like the morning. It's the afternoon.
Yeah, I wish the cafes were open.
Yeah. Should we get Uber Eats? Oh, no. Because then I'll have to talk to people.
You don't have to anymore.
You
order Uber Eats, they just drop it at your door and they leave.
Are you worried that you're really okay with not seeing people? Because the other day, people are like, oh, it's going to be hard and people are going to have mental breakdowns and stuff like that. And the other day, I was like, I'm fine. Am I? I'm fine. Am I? You like, should I check that?
Yeah. I am so genuinely okay.
Yeah.
I've been inside almost by myself for about 5 weeks now. Like, I've seen you a couple of times. I've seen my parents a couple of times. I feel fine.
It's not bad, right? That's good. That's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing, but I feel like... Am I missing something because everyone else is getting really stressed and stir crazy, and I'm like, this is maybe the most relaxing period of my life I can remember.
Because in my mind, the only reason, all the things that have given me a hard time in the COVID has all stemmed from being too close to people that I live with right now. So in my mind, living by myself right now would be, I feel like it would be really, really nice. It's having the opposite effect on me. I need to get out to no one. Ideally.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. It's very nice living alone.
I didn't need to hear that.
I've had moments where I am like, oh man, I haven't seen a human in a few days. I should probably do something about that.
Yeah, but it's more of a kind of like a check-off sort of thing, as opposed, it's an opt-in as opposed to an opt-out.
Yeah, it's a little bit like, I have to keep doing that stuff as maintenance because I'm worried that if I start going mad and I live alone, I won't know.
Yeah, because you're the one you'll be asking.
Because I live here and I'm fine. Am I fine? Are you even here right now?
That's a good point.
I got another idea though.
Wait, is this a separate idea from Shetland ponies, or is this new
idea?
Okay, new idea. It's just
totally different.
Forget about pigs.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
Custom porn.
That exists.
How? Like with yourself?
Cam girls. Oh, what?
No, that's not. Well, that's kind of custom, I guess. But custom porn. There's a film studio with all their resources.
Okay.
You tell them, like, what you like, what kind of people you like, what kind of acts you want to see them do. They go out and cast it all, and they deliver you a custom porn.
Okay. All right. Like, duration? And like literally you just put the specs in.
It's a la carte. You can... It's like Burger King. You can have it your way.
Okay, even better than that. Mm-hmm. That is a great idea, by the way. And I just thought of like a few scenarios. I'd probably do the service a few times just because there's a few scenarios I like to go to. But better than that, because if you give me too much choice, I'll get paralyzed.
Okay.
So maybe there's a menu.
Yeah.
You know, like,
so we need sections.
Yeah.
There's like,
section. Like duration, and then you've got 3 different types, like how long and blah, blah, blah. And at the end, it calculates how much the package will be.
It's like a sex doll, like one of the real doll sex dolls.
Yeah.
You can either like choose every single thing, or they have like their basic models.
Yeah, yeah.
You can change like 2 or 3 things for this price. But if you want like the top of the line one where you choose everything, that's a lot more money.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I'd be happy with that because then I know you'd go through and sacrifice bits that you don't really need. Yeah, but you'd put on the ones where you're like, yes, and that's what porn is about. You'd have like maybe 2 or 3 things that you change underneath that default basic model. Yeah,
I don't know about you, but like, there's a lot of free porn out there. But sometimes it's just not exactly what I'm looking for. It's not really what I'm in the mood for.
I'm going to argue that maybe a lot of it, not made with you in mind.
What?
Porn isn't made for me?
I thought this entire universe was made for me. This is my show.
It is your show. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, guys, I fucked it up.
I'm going to start becoming a diva now. I'm going to demand a rider in my home.
I want this. Actually,
if I come home and there's not blue M&Ms on my counter, I'm leaving sad.
I think people forget that women watch porn, quite honestly. They forget.
And a lot of the porn directed at females kind of goes in the wrong direction, I think. They go very romantic and soft and stuff. Whereas
I don't want romance.
That's not necessarily what we're looking for.
No, I think...
We're just maybe looking for a guy to not be...
ugly, to not be ugly.
Yeah.
Not be fat.
Why are so many guys in porn
and have
like
weird
old
facial
and ugly?
hair. And also you can't see them because they're constantly cropped out.
Yeah.
Although I don't mind when they crop the head out and the guy is just a rippling body. That happens occasionally, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, have you ever seen like a dude's face while you're having sex?
Yeah, no.
I
want to see the moments before and the moments after.
Yeah.
Not the... It's great, I'll see that now.
They're so proud of themselves.
Yeah. And at the end, and they're like... oh. I know some guys do that face, the weird... But I know some guys who just go... It's very subtle.
I mean, yeah, it's not one size fits all, I guess.
No. I mean, I'm not... Well, mind you, when I have sex, it's varied as well. Like, I'm not constantly like,
Depends how ashamed I am of the current partner.
You don't want to hear the neighbours know that the guy that just came out of your house is the one that did that to you.
Yeah. That's very true in my apartment complex. I'm very conscious when guys leave here.
That they know what they're leaving.
Yeah, the neighbours will probably know what's up. It's like if they're really hot, I'll try and like chat to them in the driveway a little bit before they go.
Yeah.
So it was really great to see you. Just stand this way. Like,
your lighting's better.
Look, she looks out that window, so just
that would be really cute.
And so if you're a guy and you come to my house and I usher you out at like under cover of darkness, you know what's up. Just be cool, man.
Just going, oh no, I was ushered out.
She didn't turn on the porch light when I left.
Oh, shame. Do guys get the shame walk?
I don't think so. I think for guys it's just a game walk. It's like the walk of game.
Later it's a shame walk when it all catches up with them and realise they've been used. Because I think like at the time
I don't think
really
that
don't
happens.
realise.
I think even when guys are like, I've been used, they're like, I've been used.
Nice. Oh yeah, true. Why can't we be like that? You're like, no, that was a night that... Actually, sometimes I'm like that.
I kind of am, yeah.
For a while there in that extreme period of, I'm pretty sure I had sex with 3 different guys on the same day. I'm just trying to remember. I remember thinking something similar to that happened. Or I saw a guy in the night before, whatever. It was an extreme case. And I remember seeing the last guy getting in my car and realizing it was that sort of like, wow, I've had sex with a bunch of guys. And rather than the shame thing kicking in, it was me singing really loud on the car ride home that I'm like...
That happened to me once with a very nice weekend. It was 3 guys over a weekend. It wasn't planned. It was...
Yes.
I hooked up with the first guy thinking I had nothing on the horizon.
Yeah.
And then the night after, there was a guy...
plans just didn't fall through.
There was like a super hot guy out of town that I know, and we ended up hooking up, and I was like, well, I'm not turning that up. He's hot as. And then the third guy was actually a booty call that I forgot I had set up a few days earlier. So he was like, I'm on the way, and I was like, I guess.
See, mine was extremely planned because I couldn't have, I didn't want them all to know that I was seeing them directly after each other. And I was like, it wasn't that I wanted to do it. It was more like I was strapped for time and I wanted to see all of them that week.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that I was like, oh, you know.
Either side of that lovely weekend I had, there were 4 months of nothing on either side. So it was more just
it rains, it pours.
Take it when it's available.
Yeah.
Save it for later.
Save it for later.
This thing is still on. Just checking.
An hour.